Also, another piece of good news: I sold two podcast stickers to on a gig on Cats and Mullingar. Went like I was staying in Dublin, so I went back, and then went to Fibbers. Met a couple of cool people. Just started talking about. I mentioned I have comedy. I mentioned that I have a comedy. I mentioned I'm a comedian and that I have a podcast, and they're like, "Oh, we'll buy the podcast sticker, support you." I was like, "So yeah, sold. I've sold I think 8 so far, and there's like 100 and something there. But yeah, so I think that is it. Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This is an introduction video which will be featured in every episode after this one. But here we go. So, this podcast is Al Talks. My name is Alex George. I am a stand up comedian, and this podcast I created nearly 2 years ago to just basically chronicle my journey into starting stand up. So, but there's other episodes that are nothing to do with stand up. It's just interest that I have. So there'll be kind of it's mainly based on comedy, but it is a general podcast as well. So, um, if you want to support me, I have merchandise. This lovely podcast sticker here, Al Talks. You can buy that. If you would like to buy one, you can go into my social media. Links are all down below in the description on my link tree as well. You have access to everything. I have an Instagram page for the podcast. I have an Instagram page which is my personal one, but I use that for comedy, so you can check me out there, follow me there, and that is all. Episodes usually come out on Tuesday, but sometimes they may come out at other days during the week. And then on Thursdays, if I am around anywhere doing comedy gigs, I record comedy vlogs, so you can listen to those. They usually come out on Thursdays, and that's that. So yeah, all the links down below, link tree. I have buy me a coffee now if you want to support me as well. Links for that down below as well in the description. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and now on to the episode. Hello, welcome back to another podcast this week. Is everything on? Hello. Just give me a second. Yeah. Just want to make sure the microphone's actually on, because that has happened before where I record an entire episode and didn't realize that I configured the microphone. So, but yeah, we're back. We're on. Yeah. So news from last week: the gig in Mullingar was actually cancelled because basically 3 of the comedians pulled out of the show. I don't know why, but yeah. So didn't get to do a gig that week, but I do have a bit of news. I am going international to perform comedy. I will be going to, actually, when this comes out, I will be traveling to Northern Ireland, to Belfast, to do an open mic there. Started by friends of mine, Sean McAlevey, Pete Griffin, and Kieran Franco. Run a podcast called Are We Podcast. I'll actually drop a thingy down below so you can listen to it. They're all 3 comedians who recently started performing about a year ago, and so I will be doing their open mic. Looking forward to it. It's basically show up and sign up, but there's only 7 spots, so I hope I get in there fairly quick and sign up. And I've been to Belfast before. I actually really like Belfast. It's a pretty cool place, interesting stuff to do. So yeah, finally doing a gig abroad, which is very interesting. So yeah, it's a it's a 5 minute set, so it'll just be nice and short. I think I'm gonna do the exact same set that I did at Stitch's stand up on a spot show a couple of weeks ago, and go with that. But other than that, I don't really have any other news. But like I said, I am looking forward to doing that gig today, which is when this podcast will come out. But I recording it the day before, because obviously I'll be traveling today. Well, I am traveling today. It's weird. Once again, it's from the future. And any other news? I don't think so. Like I said, I haven't really booked any gigs yet, so we will have to look. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Yeah, I haven't really booked any gigs. I haven't booked anything, but I'm waiting on bookers to get back to me about spots, because we're heading into May now. At this stage, I have done like 9 gigs so far this year, but I'm hoping to do more in the future. Probably June, during the summer month, June, July, it'll probably get very busy for me. So lots of open mics, club shows, stuff like that. News. Just looking through my notes, I don't think I have anything there really. But yeah, like I said, just read through my notes. That's pretty much it that I want to talk about. But basically, for the remainder of the episode, I'll talk about how excited I am for the gig today. Which, yeah, like I mean, like I said, it's only 7 spots available tonight. There's a Mr. Headliner as well, doing a 20-minute spot. So it'd be entertaining to see, different audience, different kind of vibe, because I've performed like all over Ireland, down the south in the Republic, but obviously I've never done a gig up the north, and it's something I do want to try and start doing this year. So hopefully I'll go in today's gig, I'll do the 5 minutes, and then we'll get contacts for future gigs, so I could go up to the north and do them, because it's on the same island, so it's fairly handy. Just travel up and down. It's not that far away. Not that far. Well, it's an hour I think it's an hour and a bit from Dublin, so I will be doing that. Any other thing I want to talk about? I don't think so. Gigs have been entertaining this year so far. I've enjoyed. I've had some really good ones and not such good ones. It's like the show, like I said, the one I did locally. I actually did mention, in that show, a family member of mine to see me. Somebody who had never seen me do stand-up before, and got quite nice comment and feedback from that person, which was nice. And yeah, I was, my sisters have seen me do stand-up before, and my older sister has seen me do like probably the most sets out of anyone, actually once, and also bombing sets, which was not great, but lost for thought. Bombing sets not good. Actually, I've listened to a couple of stand-up specials recently on YouTube, and one of them was Miele, I think is how you pronounce her name. She's got a couple up on YouTube. They're all kind of. She was actually in Ireland doing comedy. That's how I found out about her. She was at the Crack then, and yeah, she's really good specials. They're all on YouTube. Check them out. We'll drop a link to like her first one, and then YouTube will suggest more. Also, I need to do a bit more research on it, but I think I might be in the process to go on different other podcasting platforms, because I'm trying to research it a bit more now. If it does happen, it will take a while, because, like I said, I do this all on my own. There's no management, but what was I going to say? Yeah, there's what was I going to say? Yeah, so it might, like, this is episode 122. It's, even if I upload like realistically, probably if I do it, probably like 5 a week. So eventually we'll catch up. But you know, like I said, it would take a lot of time off my hands. But at the moment, I'm not. Like I said, I haven't booked gigs, so I might try and have a stab at that next week at some stage. Sit down, research a bit more into it. So it'd be cool to go on the how would this it would be Spotify and then Apple Podcasts. I know a lot of people use Spotify, I myself included. I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know about Apple Podcasts. But it's I don't know if I even know if I need an iTunes account for it. I'm not sure, but I know like there's a Google Android podcasting thing that puts like you upload it to like one platform and they put it out into anywhere where they have their own platform for podcasting. So I think Google controls a couple of them. So that's the bit of news, I think, really. Like I said, I literally run down material here now. So, and it's just started raining outside. Great. Um, but yeah, so that's doing a gig in Belfast today, hopefully. Um, sign up sheet. Hopefully, will get around to me and I can put my name down for 5 minutes, which would be entertaining. So, going abroad. So, to sum it up, doing a gig today in Belfast, possible Spotify and Apple Podcasts promotions, or not promotions, what do you call it? Not promotions, going onto their platform. I'll be like Joe Rogan and going to Spotify with a podcast, which would be pretty cool. Joe Rogan's club as well is really cool. And he posted a clip when he opened up about the open mics. He actually runs open mics there twice a week. It's like I think Sunday, Monday, and so yeah, that is it. Managed to make a whole episode out of 3 topics. Great success. But yeah, so that's it really. That is the news. So gig in Belfast today. I know I'm repeating myself, and possible Spotify, and hoping to, if I figure out the research, going soon be available. This podcast be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, oh yeah, also another piece of good news. I sold 2 podcast stickers to on a gig on Cats and Mullingar. Went like I was staying in Dublin, so I went back, and then went to Fibbers. Met a couple of cool people. Just started talking about. I mentioned I have comedy. I mentioned that I have a comedy. I mentioned I'm a comedian and that I have a podcast, and they're like, "Oh, we'll buy the podcast sticker, support you." I was like, "So yeah, I've sold I think 8 so far, and there's like 100 and something there." But yeah, so I think that is it. As per usual, there'll be links down below. Yeah, I'll drop a link to Liz Miele's special and the Boys podcast as well. And I think that is all. As per usual, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I shall see you all next week. Bye.